PUBG Mobile has decided to host user data in India amid possibility of getting banned. So they're supposedly PUBG Mobile is one of these apps that's under scrutiny, not banned yet, but under scrutiny in India for its treatment of data, user data, and the location of that user data. Where is that information flowing to? And that was one of the issues with some of those early bans, the TikTok ban and some other massive bans. Now India didn't stop with the scrutiny in the App Store. They went through their fine-tooth comb and say, okay, PUBG, you're next. Well, they put them on the list for further inspection. And so PUBG's sitting there with a tremendous user base in India. Indian fans are telling me this is huge. It's the biggest game. Everybody plays it, all the rest of it. And so PUBG is trying to get out ahead of a potential ban, saying, we're going to start making changes right now to how we're treating user data. So maybe we can appease the Indian government and alleviate some of this scrutiny, some of this pressure. And so one way to do that is to keep, or at least say you're going to keep user data. I don't know how long that takes to transition those servers. Keep it local so they can't accuse you of doing anything nefarious with this data, or so that India can't say, oh, this is some kind of a national security threat, which has been, that's the words being thrown around when the data leaves the country. No one really knows exactly how it's a security threat. There's been talks of intellectual property, but when it comes to user data in PUBG, you're sitting there thinking, what kind of national security threat is there? But you don't know the way it reaches into the device and what it's actually. Right. It's really hard to read these terms and to know where the extent of these permissions, let's say. The average person doesn't know. So anyways, PUBG is aiming to get out ahead of that. It's probably a good idea, and it showcases how many of these companies could be treating these scenarios. I think the story we talked about yesterday with TikTok, probably the best solution that's been pitched up until this point. Why don't you just let the U.S. investors own that piece and figure it out domestically? You're done. Look, here's the data. There's the servers. No problem. Nothing leaving. All your TikTok activity in the U.S. happens in the U.S. Yes. This could be a futuristic approach. U.S. users, data U.S. PUBG users in India, data India. So there's a way potentially to do this, but you're going to have to create some pretty robust structures and walls in order to prove to these governments that that data is staying where you say that it's staying. We'll see what happens with PUBG. Hopefully it sticks around, and obviously people enjoy it in India. Hopefully they can find a way to make it work. But I'm sure some people are boycotting anyways because of the 10-cent piece and everything else.